Warning: this video contains explicit language and is only intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Ah yes, the man with the plan. Sometimes he's got really bad plans, and for those who are not sure, this is about the only boy in the family in the middle of his 10 sisters. In this video, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be discussing 10 of the worst things Lincoln Loud has done. And with that said, let's jump right into it. Number 10, writing Lori a horrible message. In the episode Get the Message, Lincoln gets frustrated over Lori unwittingly stepping on and breaking Lincoln's VR goggles. Lincoln vows his revenge by declaring Lori as the worst sister and writes a nasty, hateful message to her and even sends her a nasty voicemail. However, Lori went out to replace Lincoln's VR goggles with a new set, and Lincoln regrets that and tries to undo the messages, but unfortunately, Lori beat Lincoln to them, but got shitty with Lincoln just simply for calling her, and then she found the written message with a bunch of libel and shit. Lori began to lash out at Lincoln for that.
Lincoln! What is this? When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna...
Number 9, breaking Lori's watch. In the episode One of the Boys, Lincoln has a nightmare of living with 10 brothers who turned out to be a load of dirtbags who abuse Lincoln for its own sake. He later becomes a girl named Linka, who in another dimension has the same 10 brothers who are actually caring. Lincoln wakes up back to Lincoln, turning out that the whole thing of having 10 brothers was all a dream. During the sisters' check on Lincoln, he misperceives a watch as the one from his dream and intentionally stomps on it into pieces. The watch turned out to belong to Lori, who threatens Lincoln that he'll pay, in which case, with money, not by giving him a swirly, because really, that's what Luke Loud, the male counterpart of Luna, did not to mention. Number 8, reading Luna's diary.
You what?
So Lincoln may not have been the one who started this. It was of course Lenny, who mindlessly thought that Luna's diary was a book for her English class, as she's clearly not the sharpest knife in the drawer. But this mention is yet relevant to this topic, as Lincoln was complicit in this act with Lenny and eventually Luann. In the episode Snoop's On, Lincoln and the 2 of his sisters find out about the rebellious actions in Luna's diary, believing that Luna is going in complicity with someone named Roxy and skipping school, sneaking to some underground club, pouring the nacho cheese into the town fountain, freeing the goats from the petting zoo, starting fights in the biker hangout, and vandalizing the town hall. The 3 try and stop Luna from doing these acts, but once the confession was made, it turns out that Luna was actually making up those rebellious acts, as she was aware of them reading her diary. It also turned out that Roxy was Sam in disguise. Lesson learned: never look through someone's private documents without their validated consent, as it's called privacy invasion, and it's totally not cool. Number 7, the Sweet Spot Incident. In the episode The Sweet Spot, Lincoln privately coordinates the spots in Vanzilla for each and every one of his sisters and declares the Sweet Spot, claiming that it will be his spot for the trip. His sisters, however, weren't pleased by Lincoln taking the Sweet Spot, and then they begin fighting over the spot. The whole sister fight protocol over that spot goes to such an extent that Vanzilla is destroyed, resulting in the trip being cancelled. Number 6, sabotage Lori's school dance plan. In the episode The Waiting Game, Lincoln, along with Clyde, wanted an invitation to Chandler's birthday party, so he takes advantage of Lori's job at Gus's Games and Grub by getting free stuff. This, however, ruined Lori's privilege to go to the school dance due to Lincoln pressuring her to give him free stuff for Chandler's sake, and Lori was made to work extra hours as a result while the dance was happening to pay off for all the free stuff that Lincoln got. Lincoln makes amends by covering for Lori at her workplace just so that she can go off to the school dance. Number 5, stealing Lynn's bike and losing it. In the episode Hand Me Downer, Lincoln wasn't pleased with the bicycle that he got from Lori due to it being so girly. He uses Lynn's bike without her consent and claims it as his own bike in an effort to impress the bikers. Lincoln eventually loses the bike, and much to Lynn's inconvenience, Lynn takes the hand-me-downer bike as a result, and it becomes a new cool after Lincoln losing the old one. Number 4. Losing Rita's manuscript. In the episode A Novel Idea, Lynn Sr., the father of the Loud House, takes all his daughters to work for Take Your Daughter to Work Day, but for obvious reasons, Lincoln couldn't go along as it was Take Your Daughter to Work Day and he's clearly the only son. That should actually sound fair. When Rita, the mother of the Loud House, compensates Lincoln by taking him to her workplace, he wasn't pleased with going to the dentist. He sees an arcade place across the street adjacent to where Lynn Sr. works. He sneaks off to the arcade place with the novel, but leaves it there and then loses it to the dumps, which he eventually returns the novel looking like shit. Rita then decides to write a novel about Lincoln. Number 3. Forced his sisters to live in filth. In the episode The Greenhouse, Lincoln, threatened by his classmates, makes his 10 sisters cut back on the use of energy at the Loud House, using the polar bear pick to brainwash them. This includes using no water nor electricity as a result, but Lincoln contradicts when he secretly uses those energy sources himself. His sisters, wearing nothing but potato sacks and begin stinking, call him out for his irony, which leads to Lincoln making his sacrifice by going green himself the way he made his sisters. Number 2. Hurting Ronnie Ann's feelings. In the episode Save the Date, Lincoln intentionally insults Ronnie Ann in front of his classmates for them teasing him about his relationship with her. To add insult to injury, Lori grows violent with Lincoln for what he said about Ronnie Ann, which caused Bobby to break up with her, revealing that Ronnie Ann and Bobby are siblings. Lori forces Lincoln on a double date to make it up to Ronnie Ann. Lincoln attempts to get Ronnie Ann to forgive him for what he said about her at school, that eventually the same incident happens once again, this time at the French-Mexican restaurant, causing Bobby to break up with Lori once again.
Oh, that reminds me of you fucking up my marriage back in 1998, you fucking paradox hooligan. You are clearly worse than that white-headed brat from the Loud House because you have shown no fucking remorse.
And that reminds me what your triplet brother did to me in 2009, you little varmint. You didn't seem to care. You were just proud of that other little varmint for marrying my ex, you little varmint. Please fuck off, you two. I didn't recall inviting you into my studio.
No, you made me and Dennis the Lori Loud of the reality in that kind of situation. We are here to plot revenge on your deceptive ass.
That's right, you little varmint. This is also what you'll be deserving for making me homeless.
You two have your entire lives to be fuckheads with no souls. Why not take today off?
What did you say to me, King Slendermouth?
You want revenge? Well, I have a suggestion. Shoot yourself in the throat. Problem solved.
Oh great, we got another little varmint. This one here is worse than that pink varmint who talks shit.
Oh, are you jealous that the government has evicted you from society? Well, that's because your mere existence is causing an exceptionally significant earthquake.
No, it's not, you little varmint.
Well, you're just so full of shit that the toilet is exceptionally jealous.
If anyone is full of shit, look in the mirror, King Slendermouth.
Are you jealous that you're just some 60-year-old virgin who can't comprehend anything in the world? Well, I must have a deep sympathy for your family, for having such an embarrassment like yourself.
You know what? I'm not going to waste my time with King Slendermouth here, nor that paradox hooligan that got me divorced.
That's right. Run and cry like the complete coward you are, you scrawny cuck.
Oh, now you've totally done it, King Varmint.
King Varmint? Bitch, please. I've been called worse by better.
You are so full of shit, you little varmint.
Little varmint? Har har har. Is that all you got, you soy boy cuck?
I am not a cuck, you little varmint. I am just homeless and broke because of that paradox hooligan and his delinquent triplet brothers.
Bitch, please. You'll never be the man that your mother was.
What did you just say about my mom, you little varmint?
Bitch, please. It's people like you whose mere existence is triggering more terrorist attacks that are yet to come.
You are getting under my skin, you little varmint. You really are.
Shut the fuck up, Dennis, and drink rat poison out of Kim Jong-un's ass.
Oh no, not you again, you pink little varmint.
Oh yes, me again, you good for nothing smelly ass retard. Now do the world a solid and go bathe in a toxic waste dump, you no good terrorist.
Don't forget to drink bleach while you're at it.
You know what? I got no time to waste, you little varmints. I am starving to death, so I got to go to the market to get something you eat. So catch you later, you little varmints.
Phew. Back to the show. Anyways, before I reveal my top pick, here are some dishonorable mentions. Dishonorable mention number 1, Horton on strike. In the episode Chore and Peace, Lincoln gets tired of taking out the trash and goes on strike about his chore, demanding to switch with one of his sisters. This causes his sisters to also go on strike, making the house into a complete pigsty. Dishonorable mention number 2, muting his sisters. In the episode Sound of Silence, Lincoln orders noise-canceling earbuds to ignore everything his sisters say just for the sake of his own time. This led to Lola pulling the favor prank, which Lincoln falls for, and the rest of his sisters in complicity as the followers. Dishonorable mention number 3, kicked his sisters out of the pool. In the episode Link or Swim, Lincoln and his 10 sisters get kicked out of the community pool repeatedly. Then after Lincoln buys and sets up his kiddie pool, his 10 sisters take advantage of having the fun without any lifeguards to kick them out. Eventually in the episode, Lincoln uses Bobby's whistle to evict his 10 sisters from the pool, then grew jealous when they bought a bigger pool. However, he was allowed to jump into the new pool, but unaware of the warning label that discourages cannonballs. He does it and damages the pool, leading to them all returning to the kiddie pool that he bought, and Lincoln realizes that being together matters. Number 1, filmed and uploaded embarrassing videos of his sisters. In the episode Making the Case, Lincoln was desperate for a trophy, so he films his sister's embarrassments in an effort to win the trophy for the 5th grade video contest. The compilation video's popularity surpasses that of Hamsakan's video, but here's the downside.
They know. Oh my God! Wait! Let me explain. You've got exactly 3 seconds before we pulverize you.
Lincoln receives the backlash once he returns home from school as a result of uploading embarrassing videos of them. They all disown him for his inconsiderate act, and as a result, Lincoln commits to a huge sacrifice, deleting the video first to turn down on the award because he had no choice due to the backlash he got, and gives himself a sour taste of his own medicine, uploading a compilation of his own embarrassing moments using Luann's tapes. And to add insult to injury, Lincoln's own video showed him hitting on a classmate, Christina, who had to switch classes as a result to avoid him. The 10 sisters surprise him with forgiveness after giving himself the karma to see how it feels, which turns out that they forgive him only due to his own embarrassing compilation being on a whole new level. As a result, he finally gets his trophy for being the most improved brother.
My sisters no longer despise me. Christina is switching classes, and I finally made the case.
Wow, that was such a good use of my time, you guys. Took a lot of time and effort to share my thoughts with the idea of a video. Anyways, if there's anything else bad enough that Lincoln Loud has done that should also be addressed, let me know in the comments as I will personally be reading them. Rainey Kleiner, my creator, has gotten into checking out the Loud House to get some video ideas, and for more videos like the 74th video of the Master Rainey channel, hit subscribe and ring the bell, and as always, I will see you next time. This is Master Rainey now signing off.